This is a very strategic move by the defense, and let me lay it out here. So, pleading guilty in the federal charges, open plea, very rare for a federal defendant. 99% of federal defendants plead guilty pursuant to a plea agreement, but here he pled open. Why did he do that? Couldn't reach a deal with the federal government, but he wants to argue under double jeopardy grounds that the state prosecution should be dismissed. I want to go to Mangione's words specifically, that he shot Mr. Thompson and he died. Those words would have been carefully chosen by his defense team so that they can argue later in the state case that what he pled guilty to included murder. And that makes it a violation of the double jeopardy clause in order to prosecute him. This is a full court press to dismiss the New York state case, seek a lighter federal sentence in a federal penitentiary, which would be a little easier. And it is the best move for Mangione's defense. They did a fantastic job here.
You know, a lot of people are saying that the defense kind of had not the upper hand, but just it was very strategic. And I'm glad that you laid it out the way you did, because it's really important that those words, because when we heard that he said it, remember, there's no cameras in the courtroom, there's no audio. So we rely on the reporters and our excellent producers that we have, including Tommy, in that courtroom. So, you know, we hear that and you read it and you go, my gosh, he said it out loud. And Thompson's, wife was sitting right there in the front row. The first time that his family was in court. And I just want to make sure that people understand that his family was in court when all of this happened. His friends hearing the words finally for the first time. And also the defense team did speak out as well after Friday's hearing. They're now seeking to dismiss his New York State murder charges, as you mentioned. Let's listen to exactly what they said.
Despite this being a single isolated event, Mr. Mangione has been unfairly treated since the outset in every way and has successfully fought off terrorism charges and the death penalty, while also fighting at the same time two simultaneous prosecutions in two jurisdictions who are trying to punish him twice for the exact conduct.
I mean, what do you think? Was this the play all along to get the state's murder case thrown out?
It is very strategic again. What she's doing is playing on this double jeopardy issue and saying there's no need for a New York state trial. We already have a plea in this case, and it was unfair in order to prosecuting him in both jurisdictions. I think that she's playing exactly to the argument that will be laid out in state court. And to be honest, I think that while the elements of both offenses are not the same, which is usually what's required for a double jeopardy argument, they may very well win, because I don't think a state court judge wants to impanel a jury to hear a trial in a case where somebody has already got 24 to 30 years hanging over their head in a federal penitentiary. It's a stretch, but I actually think this argument may work in getting the New York state charges dismissed. If it doesn't work, Mangione's going to have to plead guilty to the state charges in some form or another, because based on these admissions, he cannot take this case to trial.
Ron, was there any chance that, should the federal government waited, as being a federal prosecutor, former federal prosecutor, I just got to ask you, when people are racing to put these charges together and who goes first and how that works, should it have been done differently?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so this is the politics of charging coming into play here. He should not have faced charges in both jurisdictions. There should have been cooperation between both departments determining who's going to charge him first, who will take the lead. And the federal government, if they charged later, could always have charged the case after state charges were resolved if there was something else that they wanted to get. I do agree with the defense's argument here that he shouldn't have had to face these charges in both jurisdictions. That being said, heinous crime that he admitted to, and he's going to get just punishment for this offense.
All right. Thank you very much for weighing in. Really appreciate your perspective. Federal Defense Attorney Ron Chapman, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.